cradle, and he hops across on it. And here he pulls him over the top, and he's got him. Oh, and it looks like shoulders are, boy, that was close. So he's getting the count and the fall. So McCleary wastes no time. He said, take that, Jason. We're not going to the second period this time. We're going to end it right here.
And now, the cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
Well, good evening and welcome to the 10 Mile Over Field. I'm Jason Groth, Bob Williams. A windy night as we welcome the Section 8A playoffs here tonight at the 10 Mile Over Field.
It's nicer than the last three games we've had. It's breezy, but at least it isn't wet.
The wind blowing straight into our press box for tonight's game. It should be a fun one. It's the Perham Yellowjackets getting ready to take on the Park Rapids area Panthers. These two teams very familiar with each other, have faced earlier in the regular season. In the very first game of the year, it was Perham earning a 28-6 victory over Park Rapids area. And the one thing that was kind of surprising about that contest, Park Rapids area actually outgained Perham in that game in the offensive categories.
Well, yeah, they looked good. They just weren't able to capitalize. And we saw them again up there in Park Rapids when they played Detroit Lakes. And it was very similar where they were able to move the ball. They had some plays that were working. But when it came down to crunch time, like in the red zone, it just didn't happen for them. And like they're a team that is pretty dangerous. If they can just put it together, and this is the game you play for every year, they've got a good chance.
Perham comes in with a record of 5-3 overall. They're coming off a 27-7 victory over Pequot Lakes. Park Rapids comes in with a 1-7 mark. They've lost their last three contests, but two of those three were very close. They lost to Pelican Rapids 38-14. Were defeated by Detroit Lakes 20-14, and then a missed extra points as they lost 14-13 to Thief River Falls.
A little Jekyll and Hyde sometimes for the Jackets. They can be really potent and score from anywhere, and then sometimes they can just get in an offensive lull for a while. So, we're kind of, both teams were kind of like, which one are we going to see here?
As we take a quick look at the Section 8 3A playoffs coming up with some exciting contests taking place tonight at 6 o'clock. Of course, we have the 3-6 matchup here tonight. And we also have Roseau taking on Fergus Falls at 6 o'clock. And Thief River Falls taking on East Grand Forks. That's at 6 o'clock as well. DGF, they're watching film. Deciding probably up at East Grand Forks, getting ready for the winner of the Green Wave and the Prowlers.
Yeah, obviously, Fergus probably favored to go through there. And Thief River Falls, East Grand, depends on which team shows up for which sideline. And probably could go either way.
And those two teams seem to play that same style of just grinded out football. And it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out tonight. We'll try to keep you up to date as much as we can on area scores. But first we'll take a look at our starting lineups for First Park Rapids. When they'll be starting, it'll be at quarterback will be Noah Morris. His running backs Tristan Hill and Josiah Maya. Wide receivers Nick Mickelson. On the line, they go with Mason Ulanimi, Lucas Kritzak, Caleb Weaver, Ethan Eichert, and Corey Jansen. Wide receivers are Logan Jackson and Jackson Lund. Tight end Parker Harmon and Caleb Stearns. When the Panthers are on offense. For defense, they go with defensive backs Luke Hartung, Caleb Stearns, Nick Michelson, a linebacker Tristan Hill, another linebacker Josiah May, Kobe Burton, Corey Johnson, and Logan Jackson are the linebackers up front. Parker Harmon, Mason Yelimi, and Lucas Kritzak. They run that 3-5 and they run it well. They kind of disguise a lot of the stuff that they like to do on defense. They did a good job when they put the pressure on against Detroit Lakes.
Yeah, I remember that game. It was just kind of like they were in control for a little while they were running that defense, and then obviously, the Lakers are going to adapt to it and did just enough to get by them. That was a really close game. And like we kind of said earlier, between these two teams, Perham's the obvious favorite, especially as a 3 seed, and they earned that spot. But you never know. Playoffs, that's why we're here. Playoffs are fun.
And the way the Yellowjackets have kind of been Jekyll and Hyde throughout this year, as you said, you don't know what you're going to expect from them. Yellowjackets on offense will be quarterback Colton Hackle. In the backfield, we'll have Hudson Hackle with him. Wide receiver Gage Jamolins also lines up as a tight end. On the line, Jacob Daniels, Reese Wilprecht, Brian Ramos at center. Szymanski is Ben Szymanski and Ryan Solberg. Wide receivers Chaz Melvin back from his injury, Austin Onenson and Josh Peterson for the Yellowjackets. Defensively, they'll go like this up front. Ryan Solberg, Gordy Enyart Martinez, and Jacob Daniels on the line. Linebackers Carter Kozowski, Brian Ramos, Ben Szymanski, and Blake Lawrence. Corners are Levi Ricker and Austin Onenson, Chaz Melvin, and Noah Thompson, the safeties for the Yellowjackets. Key to stopping Perham if you're Park Rapids is stopping Colton Hackle.
No-brainer. Yep, they don't have to come with a really crazy scheme. They really got to, I played some old school football and have a linebacker just be on them the whole time.
And that first matchup, Park Rapids came on offensively, kind of a different style. They played a lot of spread. They did a lot of passing. Now they've kind of changed things up and run the ball a little bit more, and they run it with Tristan Hill, who started the season as a center, but they moved him to the backfield, and it's really paid off.
In that game we saw him, he was a key element to why they were successful on offense. Able to get, tough yards, basically running off tackle. It wasn't anything special, but, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Should be an interesting contest between these two teams. The Panthers being introduced right now as a squad at midfield. They're ready to go. They're fired up. They're a team that feel like they're just close to getting over the hump.
Well, no better time to do it than the playoffs.
And they're also a team, you look at it, we talked about it in their two broadcasts that we had with Park Rapids this year. They're a team that's looking and learning how to win.
Yep, and that's been the explanation of really what's been going on with their program. They're so close to getting over the hump, but maybe tonight's the night.
We're trying to give you some stats and information, but they keep flying away as the wind continues to blow in the press box. So we're not going to really get in depth with that as the Yellowjackets being introduced right now. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the kickoff here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in Long Weekend Sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Well, welcome back here. First quarter action about to get underway between the Perham Yellowjackets and the Park Rapids area Panthers tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We thank you for tuning in. It should be a fun one. As you can hear, the wind is howling tonight.
18 miles per hour. A lovely fall evening.
And we'll update our scoreboard right away. Our scoreless, actually, the kickoff is about to come up here. And Nick Mickelson will kick things off for Park Rapids area. The Yellowjackets up. Levi Richter, Noah Thompson back deep. Braylon Rock back in the lineup tonight as well for the Yellowjackets. Squib kick here near side, takes a hop over Rock, takes another hop, and it's going to be picked up by Richter by about his 10-yard line. Cuts outfield at the 15, breaks the tackle near field, and goes down at the 20. Just shy, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets as they set up shop with their first possession of tonight's game. As we get ready to go, it's 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at their own 20. Colton Hackle will lead his team out with one receiver, 2 left, 2 to the right side. Hackle. Colton Hudson Hackle now moves in motion. As Colton Hackle gets a snap, quarterback keep, follows Hudson Hackle, drives forward, gets finally wrapped up just shy of the 30. Wrapping him up there on the play is Logan Jackson. We'll hear his name a lot tonight.
And nothing special on play 1. Give it to our guy and run right up the gut. Nice gain on 1st down.
We'll make it 2nd and about 2 as he picks up 8 on the run.
In case Park Rapids thought they were going to be doing something else.
Now I formation for the Yellowjackets. Chaz Melvin, the deep back, look that way. They're going to fire the pass. It's complete. It'll be a 1st down for the Yellowjackets. Making the catch, there's Austin Onenson as he picks up enough for a 1st down. Wind continuing to howl, 11-10 to go in our 1st quarter. It's going to be like that all night, blowing across the field. Will make the passing game very unique tonight.
I think we'll see a lot of shorties like that one, not much up the field.
Ball on the far left hash, 1st and 10, trips to the far side.
Timeout.
And we got a timeout. We'll take the quick break with them. Yellowjackets and the Park Rapids Panthers are scoreless in the 1st quarter.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Well, welcome back here to the timeout. Yellowjackets quick handoff. Melvin cuts out field. Is going to drive forward. Had the 1st down across the 45. Pick up of about 12 yards on the play to the 44. Well, they'll mark him down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
A couple of quick 1st downs for Perham. That's definitely how you want to get it started.
Chaz Melvin was bruised up a little bit in that last game, and it's good to see him back. He only was out there for about a drive or 2.
Yeah, his absence was noted last week too.
He just committed to play baseball at Minnesota State University Mankato. Strong pitcher, shortstop for the Yellowjackets will continue his career at Mankato. Handoff Hudson Hackle, read perfectly by the Park Rapids area Panthers. Getting there, Tristan Hill. And we're going to say his name a lot tonight.
I got that defense fired up too. That's what, Park Rapids has got to be playing at that level emotionally, to do something that the team really hasn't done in a long time. Get a playoff win.
Panthers showed a lot of pressure against Detroit Lakes. Kind of sitting back now. They're bringing some pressure again, but a handoff will come. Melvin cuts back left side, gets back across midfield into Park Rapids area territory. He'll be tackled just shy of the 1st down marker. Nice run there by Chaz Melvin. Makes it 3rd and short. That'll be 3rd and 1, and wouldn't be surprised if you see Hackle just keeping himself here, goes straight ahead.
One of the Hackles.
That is true. As Hudson Hackle is the deep back. Colton Hackle under center. There it is, the sneak left side. He's going to have the 1st down. Crosses down to about the 30 to the 41-yard line. Did a good job, saw the opening on the left side of the line and fouled through his blockers and got 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was a sneak and then some.
And this is one of those games, I think, Bob, if you're the Yellowjackets, you really want to score first, set the tone a little bit, especially against a Park Rapids team that's could bend, could wilt a little bit if they fall behind. And they're so used to being in that spot. You know they're a team that's looking to try to get some positive plays here if you're Park Rapids.
You want to grab momentum regardless of which team you are, but especially for Perham, just to kind of keep status quo.
2 receivers left to the right side. One man moves in motion. Now Colton Hackle's going to run. He gets across the line of scrimmage and gets wrapped up just inside the 40 at about the 36. Nice gain of about 4. Nobody's 2nd and 6. Tristan Hill and Kobe Burton in on the tackle for the Panthers. Yellowjackets break the huddle again. They send one receiver to the far, 2 to the left, to the near side. Send a man in motion. That's Melvin coming across. Gets a high snap from Hackle, and that play is blown up right away. First one through there was Josiah May in there, as well as Mason Ewing as they blew that play up.
It seems like we've seen that on every Perham game we've had like that. Obviously that play's there to set up other plays, and maybe that's where you kind of sacrifice it, but obviously Park Rapids knew it was coming.
2 backs in the backfield with Colton Hackle, fakes the hand, actually gives it to Melvin on the read. Melvin can't break the tackle, and it's going to be 4th down as Melvin gets down to the 35-yard line.
That kind of reminded me of some old school Park Rapids ball. Little trickery in the backfield. I like that. That's what high school football is all about. Run some counters, get the defense flowing and cut back on them.
Especially with this wind tonight, you're not going to be picking up a lot of yards through the air, so when you're in the spot, you were setting up a play to make sure you had a close 4th down.
Yeah, definitely run heavy in the playbook tonight.
Oh, and special teams are going to play a role because you're going to punt in this wind. It's going to be unique tonight. Hackle looks to throw near side, in and out of the hands of Thompson, incompletes. The drive stalls, and Park Rapids area gets the big stop there, looking for to start the game.
Yeah, that's big for them.
High throw for Thompson. He was unable to haul that one in. He was open on the near side, but it falls incomplete. Now we'll get our first look at Noah Morris and the Panthers.
What's interesting is this is the first game we did this year. It'll be fun just to kind of see the difference 9 weeks, gives you.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. Mickelson in the far slot. Look for him a lot tonight. Morris in the gun. He's going to roll left with Hill as his blocker. Pass near side complete to Jackson Lund. Lund drives forward across the 40 and gets to the 43. Nice confidence building pass right there for the young quarterback.
Throwing with the wind as well. Anything you're going to throw to the far sideline from our perspective is going to take some zip just to get over there.
2nd and 5 for the Panthers at their own 41 as they start their first possession. 6:41 to go in our opening quarter. So we thank you for tuning in. Handoff goes into the middle, not much doing.
The old fullback dive. You don't see that one very often anymore.
It will be 3rd and about 4. Josiah May on the carry. So Park Rapids near midfield, you'd think might be 4-down territory, but you never know with the way this game's going early on. Morris under center. Pitch out to Hill on the right side. Gets the corner, lowers his shoulder, but he's met right away and gets back. Actually loses a yard on the play. Nice job by the Yellowjackets on pursuit on the far side.
That's just a matter of getting your job done. I mean, didn't surprise anybody on either sideline or in the stands. You know who's getting it in an I formation there in short yardage. And Jackets just, got their jobs done and got to the ball carrier.
Brian Ramos there. Now that Mickelson will kick. Gets a nice kick and kicks it away from Richter. It's going to take a roll and just out of bounds at about the 2. We'll see where they mark it. What a kick by Mickelson. It's going to pin the Yellowjackets all the way back. They give them the 5. What a beautiful punt by Mickelson.
The ref was about 30 yards away from that kick. I don't think anyone was expecting that to happen. But, man, they're chalk one up for Park Rapids special teams. That's big.
Playing this field position game, that's what they want to do, and here they go. The Yellowjackets backed up inside their own 5-yard line. Second possession of the game, 5:29 to go in our first quarter. We're scoreless here from the 10 Mine Field in Section 8 3A playoff football action.
Clean game, no flags so far, knock on wood.
Hackle at the empty backfield. Park Rapids bringing pressure up the middle. Hackle will keep himself dry forward. Just shy of the 10 to about the 7, and a gain of about 3 on the play.
It was nice coverage to back up those blitzing linebackers. They haven't fooled anybody on first down. It's been a lot of hackle and more hackle. And good idea, cause some chaos at the line and let your guys behind them clean it up.
You know, besides the wind, it's really not too chilly tonight. It's a perfect night for high school playoff football this time of year. Handoff, nothing doing. Back in the backfield, losing a couple of yards there was Melvin. Mason Ulanimi is doing a good job on that left side. Was right there to help kind of blow that play up. And now you're thinking in this situation, 3rd and 9, you want to get some more yards. You're punting out of your end zone if you don't pick anything up here.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot windier down the field. You can see a lot of trees swaying and moving. Here it kind of blows in every now and then.
Handoff.
That's just what you said.
Melvin straight ahead, gets out to the 10, maybe the 9, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. So the defense, 4th and 5. Defense once again doing an outstanding job for Park Rapids area.
That was their strength in almost upsetting Detroit Lakes. I mean, this looks a lot like that game where they've had the, field position for the better part of the first 6 minutes, and now they got another chance on special teams.
The only thing different is we didn't see any halfback pass options out of the end zone by a team that was playing.
That's a good point.
Hackle, a low line drive kick. And letting it roll is Logan Jackson, and he'll just stop at about the 47, so perfect field position if you're Park Rapids area.
I think that's a smart play by him, too. It's probably cold in the fingertips, and you're one gaff away from giving Perham a 50-yard gainer when we can just take the ball on their side of the midfield stripe and see if they can put together a few first downs here.
One thing about Park Rapids area that we've seen in the 2 games that we've called this year, they're not afraid to stretch the field with their passing game. We'll see what they elect to do as they come out in the gun with Noah Morris with Tristan Hill in the backfield. Morris looking things over. The Yellowjackets bringing the pressure, and they're too fast. Brian Ramos thought he timed it. Gives the Park Rapids Panthers 5.
Anyone who's played linebacker has had that wish of just, if I time it right, someone's going to get smacked. Instead, you're giving them 5 and a free flag.
First one of the game. And it's 1st and 5 now for the Panthers. Handoff, Hill stood up at the line. Yellowjacket front has been strong. They were very strong against Pequot Lakes, and in that first meeting against Park Rapids, I thought they controlled the line of scrimmage that night too.
On that play, they just stood up the entire line. Hill had nowhere to go.
So now it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Panthers at the Yellowjacket 41. 3:15 and counting in our opening quarter. Two receivers left for Morris. He's going to keep it himself along the right side. Get to the corner. He's got a first down and scampers out of bounds on the far side. Just shy of the 30 and about the 32, and it's a first down for the Panthers.
They were able to cap the end there and give them just enough room to get the first down. Nice play. I think it's a big first down for them, too. We're not just going to be better at you in punting. Now they're, they're 20 yards away from being threatening here.
And I like what they did there is also they let Morris follow Hill as a backer. Yeah. It's another blocker for him.
And a good decoy.
And now 2 right, 2 left. Hill, the lone back to the right to Morris. Morris looking over the Yellowjacket front. He's going to hand it off Hill. Nowhere to go, but he breaks the tackle. Drives forward and gets to about the 35. Finally brought down on the play by Gordy Enyart.
Sure looks like there's multiple Jackets keying on him.
Ben Shemansky in on that as well, they say. Blake Lawrence was there as well. It'll be 2nd and 10. Morris in the gun with 2 left, 2 to the right. Hill the blown back to his right. Morris looks right. Now rolls, fires over the middle, incomplete. Anticipated Michelson to be there, but there's more Yellowjackets there. Chaz Melvin was one of them there. You can tell he's in pain. I think whenever it hits that shoulder, you can just see it, just in pain the way he's walking off of that play. He took a hit on that one.
That pass had trouble all over it.
And it'll be 3rd down. That was one of those, I think Morris didn't even let the play develop. He just chucked it hoping his guy would be there.
Yeah, there was some pressure on him too. He didn't have a ton of time.
And we're going to have a timeout called by Park Rapids. We'll take a break. We're scoreless on the United Community Bank scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in long weekend sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
Welcome back. It's 3rd down and 10 for Park Rapids area out of the timeout. See what head coach Jeremy Nordic came up with here. Trips right, 2 receivers left. Morse in the gun by himself. Looks left, pumps, fires near side, completes for Jackson Lund. Short gain, but makes it 4th and a little more manageable.
Coming out of a timeout, obviously that's what they were going for, was to let's get half of it here and see if we can do it again.
Lund so far has been the go-to guy for Morris. He's got 2 receptions.
They're kind of sneaky too. It seems like, they might try to go vertical here and catch them sleeping. Everyone's looking for the 6-yard pass. What if you go for 35 and go for the score?
I want to bring up a certain play, but I won't.
Yeah.
2 receivers right to the left side.
To it, but kind of was.
I'll leave it be. Morris rolls right. Now fires back across his body. Incomplete. Knocking it down and making the play. And there's Austin Onenson. They're looking for Logan Jackson. Dangerous pass there, but 4th down. I think if you're Park Rapids, you're hoping if it's picked, it works out as a punt. But instead, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Nice job by Onenson. Just batted that one down.
I like it when they do what I say they should do. That makes me feel good. And we've seen them 3 times, they're not afraid to go up the field. I like it. They're a fun team to watch. Just be interesting to see if they can put it all together tonight.
And the gun is Hackle. He's got 2 left to the right. Hudson Hackle in that tight end spot. Lowers the nice block. Does Hudson Hackle. That frees Colton Hackle to the outside. That's going to be close to a 1st down. It will be a 1st down on that spot.
Nice job by Hackle there. It looked like there wasn't really a lot going. Move the sticks.
I thought it was a real nice block. Hudson Hackle cleared out his man right away. That allowed Colton to get out to the outside. And if talking about nice blocks, we're looking back last week. Hudson Hackle's block that set Levi Richter free was a thing of beauty. If you can look back on that Pequot Lakes broadcast, you could see it. It was just a nice block.
Unsung hero plays. Those, you don't get a lot of press, but that's how you win games.
I formation for the Yellowjackets. Park Rapids looking to bring pressure up the middle. They do. Handoff to the near side, driving forward. For the Yellowjackets was Josh Peterson on the carry. He gets about 4.
That almost looked a little old school triple I. Just run 3 guys up the gut. I haven't seen that since snow football of college with 12 packs in the snowbanks.
This reminds me of some old games back at the Iron Range of Greenway Nashua Kewanee. Hackle on the snap will keep. Cut to the outside, break a couple of tackles, lower his shoulder right at midfield. I believe that's where he'll get. So it'll be 3rd and about 3 as the clock continues to wind down under a minute in our 1st quarter.
Fast moving quarter. We have not had a lot of stoppages.
We have not. Just the 1 timeout that really stands out.
1 timeout, 1 penalty, 2 timeouts I think, but 1 penalty.
Both teams have used the timeout. We had the 1 penalty. And a couple of punts. Yellowjackets in the gun again. Tackle bobbles the snap. Ulanimi is there right away. Finishing it up is Josiah May. And that's going to be a loss for the Yellowjackets. Will be up 4th and about 7.
With that rushing defensive front that they like to pull, I mean, you have a quick bobble in the backfield. You got to get moving quick.
Park Rapids calls timeout, and I think that's a timeout because of the wind on 4th down. Playing that wind.
Make them punt into it, yep.
It's going to be 4th and 8. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. That was a unique one, Jeremy Nordick with the timeout. And we've talked about it before. Timeouts are much more valuable in that second half, but when you have the wind in this way it is in the first quarter, you take advantage of it when you can.
I like seeing some gamesmanship. Good call by the coach. I mean, because it is blowing across the field, but in a way it's kind of blowing a little up the field, like into Perham's face a bit, especially if you're kicking that way. And hey, you got to take every chance you can. You've got goose eggs on the scoreboard here. It's anybody's game.
And the smell of roasted chicken coming across the field tonight, as a lot of people will know.
I wanted to say that.
It's coming straight into the press box tonight.
Where's the press box chicken?
Colton Hackle will kick. Logan Jackson back to return. He's about his own 25-yard line. Hackle gets a nice kick. Jackson's going to let it bounce, and it'll die inside about the 20-yard line. They're going to let it run with 5.9 seconds to go, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Well, one more play of the first quarter.
It'll be interesting to see if they change a little bit of their scheme when you got to go back down the other way. We haven't seen Perham air it out too much. They've been real short with the passes going that way.
Right now, you kind of got the feeling the first team to make that mistake, that first critical mistake, because a lot of the playoff games kind of are decided that way.
Yeah, they can go from 0-0 to blowout in a hurry, or you can have a, bash all 4 quarters here.
Send man motion left to right, handoff Hill. He breaks the tackle, loses the football, but Park Rapids is there to fall on top of it.
Well,
Hill.
First time he ever had a real hole to run through.
I was just going to say, Hill eyes might have got wide open, and he lost the football. But that will be the end of the first quarter, and we're scoreless on the United Community Bank scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Well, welcome back here. It's 2nd down and 9 for Park Rapids. Pass is incomplete. It's over the middle. Had a couple of guys here on the near side. But was broken up by Austin Odinson.
Looks to me like Park Rapids says we're going to throw the ball. I don't care which way we're going. I mean, I don't know how I feel about throwing back against the grain a lot, but maybe they've seen something in Perham film that there's something they can take advantage of there. They're just trying to get the connections going here.
That'll be 3rd down and 9 off the incomplete pass to start the second quarter. Scoreless first quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. For Morris. Morris looks, now rolls out of the pocket, fires downfield, pass completes. Grabbed by Logan Jackson on the far side. It'll be 4th and short.
down 4, Park Rapids.
Well, maybe I'm hungry, but that chicken's starting to smell better and better as this game rolls on. It's 4th down and 4. Just
It smells like grease, and who doesn't like grease?
Michelson will kick. Yellowjackets don't have anyone back. He gets the kick off, and it just dies down at the 45, but takes a Park Rapids roll to about the 37-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. At the 36-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10.
It seems odd that you wouldn't have somebody back there to, at least opportunistically get under the ball and pick up some yardage.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Maybe they had a block on. It didn't seem like there was a ton of pressure.
I think they're preparing for a fake. You never know with this weather the way it is, what they might do. Yellowjackets hurt of the line. Going wide right is Josh Peterson. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Melvin. He breaks the tackle now. Stiff arms a man as he has the 1st down near midfield. Gets brought down at about the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
That was a big piece of real estate. He had a lot of open room from the line of scrimmage to about 8 yards out. Nobody touched him.
11:32 to go here in our 2nd quarter.
Jackets have a 1st down and 37-yard line.
As the Yellowjackets come to the line. Noah Thompson wide right. Peterson to the left. I formation. They send Thompson in motion. Handoff. Melvin right side. He stiff arms the guy, but he gets wrapped up in a nice tackle on the feet. Wrapping him up there is Kobe Burton. And it'll be 2nd down. London there as well. But Burton with a nice tackle going low. And Melvin comes off the field.
I can't tell if he has that shoulder kind of taped to where there's a little less movement than normal, or if he's just holding it to protect it that way.
I understand. I believe he's in a special brace for tonight. Handoff, Braylon Rock. He loses the football, and Park Rapids falls on it and recovers it. Right there to pick up the football is Caleb Stearns. And it'll be Park Rapids football after the turnover.
First big defensive play of the game, Park Rapids. First big special teams, Park Rapids. Can they get the first big offensive play here?
We'll
their confidence is going to grow the longer this stays this kind of duke it out kind of style.
This is playing right in their hands. I just kind of touched on it in the 1st quarter. I thought it was imperative for Perham to score first in this type of game. I mean, definitely for Park Rapids area, but handoff May lowers his shoulder, drives forward across the 45 to about the 42. Simple power football from May on that one.
On the tackle, Ben Shemansky helped out.
Ben Shemansky and Blake Lawrence in on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Yellowjackets. Thank you for tuning in tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. United Community Bank, we're scoreboard. We're scoreless with 10 minutes to go in the 1st half. There's a false start. May jumped early. Morris went with the hard count. May was eager, and that'll back him up 5. May it's 2nd and 11.
It's a momentum killer.
That's one of those things you have to try to overcome now. It's kind of a struggle on the center quarterback exchange, but to get it off the hill on the Yellowjacket line kind of blew that play up from the beginning, and it'll be 3rd down and 11, or maybe 12.
We haven't seen Hill really. The one chance he kind of got loose, it was a fumble. When he was running against DL, he was able to make some space for himself, or at least the line was. We're not seeing that against Perham's front.
Yeah, the Park Rapids team bringing a couple of wide receivers out with Logan Jackson and Caleb Stearns. Stearns had that huge kick return against Park Rapids. Also had an interception against Detroit Lakes, I should say, excuse me. And they're going to line up one receiver left. That's Jackson. And they're going to go trips to the right side. Morris looks right now, fires far side. Looking for Jackson. Richter there. The coverage in, the interception. Levi Richter with the interception. Oh, cuts across the 30. Now here at 35, gets a couple of blocks, drives forward. It gets wrapped up by Mickelson, and a flag coming will bring this return back. The interception will stand. The flag was on the return.
Back-to-back big plays for each defense. And, you know, like you said earlier, that's almost a punting situation there. Just kind of gave up more return than you wanted. The penalty's going to help you out.
Legal block in the back against the Yellowjackets. So that will back them up. The most important thing is they get the football. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets as Levi Richter gets the interception. Nice battle on the far side there with Logan Jackson, but Richter got the interception. Kind of interesting with the wind. You can hear some of the coach speak from the far sideline, and the first thing I think I heard is just said, you got to be better than that on that type of play. And it'll be 1st and 10.
Speak is a kind way to describe screaming your head off.
With the strong wind, I was going to go with coach speak.
Well, no, they want to make sure the players hear it, I'm sure.
Hackle looking to run the option, will keep it himself. Fakes the pitch there late, drives forward, gets about 7.
He's sneaky that way. He's really able to, you know, get some yardage out of a play. It looks like it's going nowhere.
When you look at that, when you have Levi Richter's speed with them in the backfield, you have to really respect the pitch there.
Yep.
Be 2nd down and 2 for the Yellowjackets. Gage Jamolis goes right, trips to the left side. Hackle's going to go left side with it. Fakes the pitch, keeps himself, gets the 1st down across the 45, where he's finally brought down on the play by Kobe Burton.
Perham's been racking up the 1st downs. They just haven't put together a full drive to get to the end zone.
Now with under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, excuse me. Good chance to put a long sustained drive together and get that first score and take that momentum into the break. Yellowjackets now taking their time. 7:40 to go, 2nd quarter here from the Mine-Over Field in Perham. 10 Mine-Over Field. Came out well after the rain the other day. Pass complete, far side. Crossing midfield with the reception is Josh Peterson. Makes it 2nd and 5.
Pretty methodical, just kind of putting together what can we do to get 5 to 8 yards and try to get in the next play.
Footing looks a lot different than it did on Wednesday nights when the constant rain was coming down.
Yeah, we've seen everything but really nice weather this year.
We really have. Trips left. Ball on the far right side of the field. Pitch out near side. That's Richter. Makes a cut back. Flag on the play in the backfield. And he gets hit hard. Does Richter at the 45, but the flag is going to bring this one back. They're going to call the illegal block in the back.
Almost a mirror drive. You got the turnover. You got started, you got moving pretty good, and then a flag came in, and that's what killed Park Rapids' drive, basically. They had a 2nd and 5 that turned into 2nd and 11, couldn't recover from it. Now we've got Perham looking at 2nd and long.
Mark it off from the spot. We'll bring it to their own 39-yard line. Call about 2nd and 16. Of course, Larry goes with 17, but I'm going to keep it at 16.
Yeah, I don't know if Larry can even count. I'm just kidding, Larry.
Go keeps himself, drives straight forward, gets the penalty yards back across his midfield.
You know those wrestling guys know how to count.
Yes.
At least a 2. We'll take it all back. I'm going to get kicked out of the press box if I keep that up.
It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Yellowjackets. Hackle in the gun. He's going to follow a block. Makes a nice little move with his quick feet to get the 1st down there. He eluded a couple of tacklers. The lead block wasn't really there on that one, but he was able to elude a couple of blocks or a couple of tackle attempts and get the first down.
And if you're Park Rapids, you're like, we had the right call there. It's just a one-on-one battle, and Hackle is going to win a majority of those, I believe, against this team.
And Hackle took a hard hit on that play. He was ginger walking back to the huddle. You can see he's rubbing that left ankle as he leads the team to the line. Two receivers right, one on the left side. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Melvin near side. Hackle going to keep himself cut back left side against the green. Eludes one tackle, runs out of room, gets hit out of bounds. On the play was Corey Johnson on the near side. It'll be second and about 5, we'll call it.
5-yard pickup on the play, 2nd down, 5.
If you're Perham, this is where we're going to impose our will. You know, we've had this goose egg on the scoreboard long enough, and they've been pretty good on this drive, very consistent.
5.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Scoreless. On the United Community Bank scoreboard, Hackle, quick pass, and it's almost intercepted. Hit Tristan Hill in the stomach, came back up, and he was unable to come down with it. And the Yellowjackets dodge one there, and it'll be 3rd and 5. Hackle threw a dart right actually into the gut of Hill that I think surprised him.
I think Hill was probably not in his vision if you saw how wide open the receiver was behind him. But Hill was right where he was supposed to be, recognizing pass and getting back in coverage. Nice play by him.
3 receivers to the left, that's Trips, and they go right is Jermolis. Hackle's going to run it to the left side. Lower his shoulder, breaks a tackle, gets forward. Inside the 30 to the 24, and it's another Yellow Jacket first down on the carry. And a nice drive by Colton Hackle.
We've seen a lot of that this year. 3rd down, kind of a crucial, we really need to keep this drive going, and we're going to give it to our best guy. And he did far more than that. They're 4 yards away from the red zone.
Clock continues to run, 5:15 to go. Demolis goes wide right, trips to the near side, to the short side of the field. Rector the lone back. Hackle comes up, cuts it up, beats the man, now drives forward, lowers his shoulder, continuing to go forward into the end zone, but no, he stepped out of bounds. They rule him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That'll be 1st and goal for the Yellow Jackets. On a 19-yard run, the Yellow Jackets looking to get the game's first score.
That's about 35 yards and 2 plays for Mr. Hackle.
And the Yellow Jackets to the line quickly, and we got a timeout. Timeout called by Park Rapids. We'll take the quick break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in long weekend sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
Well, welcome back. The Yellow Jackets facing 1st and goal here in the second quarter with 4:55 to go. Nice drive for the Yellow Jackets. They're trying to get the game's first score. Yellow Jackets go with I formation. Hudson Hackle leading Chaz Melvin. Send Thompson in motion. Handoff, Hudson Hackle. And he gets swarmed under right away at the line of scrimmage. Not much doing. Runs up tall, gives himself the Park Rapids defense got him a big target there, and they're able to wrap him up. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we're in premium real estate here. It's all about making your blocks and getting a hole created for your running back. Park Rapids was able to thwart that right there.
2nd and 6, late loss.
2 receivers left to the right side. Hackle in the gun. He's going to follow Hudson Hackle left side. Lowers his shoulder, leans into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Colton Hackle, a 6-yard run, and the Yellow Jackets take the game's first lead.
think if you would ask Coach Nordic beginning of the game, if we're going to keep Nordic out of the end zone till 5 minutes left in the first half, I think he'd be happy with that. Now he's got to see if his team can come out and respond.
Colton Hackle, the 6-yard run, gives the Yellowjackets the lead. Colton Hackle's extra point is good, and the Yellowjackets now lead 7-0 on the United Community Bank scoreboard. A nice drive for the Yellowjackets as they get the first score of the game. We'll see what kind of answer Park Rapids has.
And they were much more consistent coming kind of downwind on that drive. Like, since they've gotten on this side of the field, it seems like a lot more continuity for Perham's offense, and maybe that's just making adjustments to what's working. Park Rapids here, they've got, a tough go trying to get back on the board going against the wind.
The run of 6 yards for Colton Hackle. Trying to look it up quickly. I believe he became the school's leading scorer or touchdowns in the last game against Pequot Lakes.
Who was number one before that, do you recall?
I believe it was Jordan Hine.
Yeah.
We'll have that looked up. We'll get that for you at halftime, make that official.
Big name to be taken off the top of the list there. And a great dude. I love Jordan Hine.
He helped Bemidji State to a huge victory over UMD on Saturday as one of the members of the coaching staff up there.
Yeah.
Really happy about that win. The first time they won since World War II in Duluth.
Wow.
Colton Hackle with a nice kick into the end zone for a touchback.
And there's a good example of how that wind's kind of blowing here. I can show you the flag, but I mean, really, it's kind of almost kitty corner.
That's right. Colton Hackle took over the career touchdown scoring record at 48, 37 rushing, 10 receiving, 1 returning. You had that one there, now that's 49. Jordan Hine had 47, and third was Fritz Hansen with 46. And Yellow Jacket history, thanks to Ron Burns.
Fritz Hansen, that's going way back.
As Morris and the Panthers come out, Yellow Jackets bring pressure. Ramos up the middle, but Morris keeps it to the outside himself, trying to get to the corner, drives forward and gets hit out of bounds.
The play almost looked like it was broken from the bobbled snap. He just kind of took a direction and went with it.
Kind of helped. You knew that Brian Ramos was coming straight up the middle. So once he got control of that snap, you knew to get it right outside.
Yeah, that is a very good reason to go any way but straight ahead.
Ramos, we saw earlier tonight, struggle on timing a snap. That time he had perfect timing on that blitz up the middle.
Wouldn't want to run at him with a full head of steam coming at you.
3 receivers, trips right, 1 left. Morris with Hill to his right. Handoff goes to Hill. He drives forward to the left side. Crosses the 25 to the 26. Yellow Jackets thought about calling timeout, but I think they're not going to.
It's a little dangerous territory here for Park Rapids. If you give the ball up right away, now you're in the realm of maybe going into halftime down 2 scores when you've been in the game the whole time. This is a big conversion here on a makeable 3rd down.
3rd and 4, we'll call it, for the Panthers. Trailing 7-0 in the second quarter. Colton Hackle, 6-yard touchdown run, the only score. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Park Rapids. That is their final timeout of this first half. We have 3:23 to go. We'll take a quick break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. I'm Jason Grohl with Bob Williams. Second quarter, 3rd down and 4 coming up for Park Rapids area. Out of the timeout. Send a man in motion near side. Morris is going to roll. Fires it past the motion man. Incomplete. Flag is on its way.
Yeah, I think that was justifiable, Hanky.
Colton Hackle just jumps the coverage on the pass intended to Josiah May.
And that was short of the first down. Even if he lets him catch it with the momentum, he's obviously going to make the play there. And now they get an automatic first down. And I think that timeout by Nordic was smart. He realized, like, this is a play we need. You know, like, let's set up something that's going to work. However, you got to get it done. You got to get it done, and that's what they did.
The penalty is 15 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers after the penalty. One receiver left, one to the right side. Now the Panthers are in I formation. Morris under center. Handoff Hill, left side. Plows through the first line of defenders, gets about 3 on the play. The Yellowjacket line has really made it tough for Park Rapids on the ground.
That penalty brought out both sides of the crowd. You had your rational fan, like, telling the defense to get going, and then you had the, what I would call a rather irrational fan who was bellowing insults at the ref. Never a dull moment in high school football. It's great.
One receiver left, one to the right side. Pitch out Hill. Cuts up, gets blocked right away by Szymanski.
Nice play by Szymanski to just disrupt the whole play and make the tackle. That's key. I mean, we saw Park Rapids do that on a couple plays where they've got the guy there to make the play, but Hackle was able to kind of juke and jive around him. There, that play was blown up quickly.
Now it'll be 3rd and 7. In the gun is Morris. Quick pass right side, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Logan Jackson. And it'll be 4th down, excuse me.
I don't think he had enough open territory there to make something happen, but you got to catch the ball first to make a move anyway.
And it'll be 4th and about 7. Levi Richter back to return the punt. You'd assume Michelson's instructions are to kick it as far away from him as possible. Send a man in motion. Michelson kicks it off. And it's going to roll inside the 20. Down at the 19.
He's got some touch on his punts that gets a friendly roll. That's the second time we've seen that tonight.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets. 1:51 to go. They have 1 timeout remaining, so it'll be interesting to see what the Yellowjacket offense decides to do with a 7-0 lead. Park Rapids will get the ball, if I remember right, to start the second half. So this could be a very big possession here for the Yellowjackets.
Well, we've seen teams kind of take advantage of going this way with that wind a little bit. And you're either going to go for it or sit on it. We'll see here in a couple plays.
Especially when Park Rapids does not have any timeouts. The Yellowjackets have 1. They're going to send Levi Richter to the far side of the field. 3 receivers right, Hackle to the left. Now he comes back in motion to the near side. Handoff to him. He cuts back right side. He's got some room to run. 1 man to beat. He loses the football. But the Yellowjackets are there to cover it up. That ball pops out of Richter. But Melvin, I believe it was there to recover it. Richter had
disaster.
Well, 1 guy to beat Michelson, and Michelson was there to pop it out. But it'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets after the near turnover.
Looks like they're going to open it up a little here.
Park Rapids come to the line late. The pass near side incomplete. Looking for Peterson, too strong. Caleb Stearns on the coverage. That'll be 2nd down, 10. I think the right play called. The Park Rapids is kind of now changing their defensive look. They're not really showing any down linemen trying to change the look. Maybe that was late getting the play in. But we'll see what they do here.
They've definitely moved their secondary back considerably from that first play of the drive.
And it's now 2nd and 10 here in the second quarter with 1:30 to go. The Yellowjackets taking the Panthers are going with the Bill Belichick style of trying to confuse everyone. Now the Yellowjackets go with the reverse. Looking to throw, and the pass is complete.
Wow.
Colton Hackle with a one-hand grab on a nice pass from Josh Peterson to Hackle, and Hackle makes a one-handed catch on the near sideline for a first down.
Heck of a play there.
A nice job by Colton Hackle to get his feet down inbounds to make that catch. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 39 of Park Rapids.
I think Perham's done a good job of mixing up their play calling. Like, they're obviously going for it with the wind here, and they kind of set that up with what they've run up to this point.
Hackle, option to Ricker, it's on the ground. Now they battle for it. I believe Park Rapids has it. Wait for an official signal. It looks like Park Rapids football. Indeed, it is Park Rapids football. That pitch was never really controlled from the word go, and the ball got kicked forward, and the Panthers fall on it.
It's a funny game where you got a player, the play before makes an incredible play off his fingertips. Then you've got what looks like a simple pitch, turns into a turnover.
And now Park Rapids with 1:14 to go will have the ball at the 33-yard line. We'll see what they do.
And that was the right read. The pitch was perfect. It was ready to go, just not executed.
Morris in the gun, tight formation. Looked like some early movement on the line. But Morris will cut back near side, drive forward and get to the 35. There's a late flag. And it's a face mask, or illegal hands to the face. Oh, face mask against the Yellowjackets. So that's a big penalty on the Yellowjackets. Oh. It's a 5-yard variety, but it's second down. We got some confusion here. It'll be first. Oh, now we're going to have some more discussion.
Hey, get it right.
Yep, I agree with that and have discussion. I was going to say we had 1st and 10, we had 1st and 4, we had 2nd and 4 announced. It's going to be 1st and full. And I think the coaches probably wanted an explanation as they changed the clock too as well to 1:05. And now we're back. Two receivers left, two on the right side, Morris in the gun. Looking left, rolls left, now steps up in the pocket, trying to get free but can't. Wrapped up, Gordy Enyart Martinez. And a nice job there by Gordy Enyart Martinez to wrap him up.
That was a much needed tackle there. There was about 25, 30 yards open space behind Martinez. Nice play.
Panthers going to run the clock down now with 40 seconds to go as they come to the line. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right side. Morris in the gun. Rolls left. Now tries to step up. Coming from behind. Braylon Rock gets the sack. I believe that will be the final play of this quarter. Yellowjackets are going to back off. Park Rapids area is content to just let this one run out. And that will be the end of our first half on the United Community Bank scoreboard. The Yellowjackets will take a 7-0 lead into the break. Lone score, a 6-yard touchdown run by Colton Hackle is the difference in our contest as the Yellowjackets lead this one by a score of 7-0. We're going to take a timeout, thank our sponsors, and try to look up some scores for you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in long weekend sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Magnitude Sports would like to thank our broadcast team and partners for making this broadcast possible. Visit the homepage at msportsnet.com and click on our sponsor's logo to learn more about the products and services they can provide for you.
Magnitude Sports wishes to thank the team and broadcast boosters for the continued support of their favorite sports teams. Please patronize the businesses shown here when you have the opportunity to do so.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. Ooh.
Welcome back here in halftime. The Yellowjackets lead this one 7-0 on Park Rapids. I'm Jason Golden with Bob Williams. As you can tell from the flag, the wind is blowing across the field tonight here, and it's been a strong one. It's played a big role in this contest.
And it's been blowing the pizza ranch right up here, too, as we have had to mention multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when the roasted chicken just comes right into the press box. As you can tell, I'm probably a little bit hungry tonight. Anyways, scores from around the area. We'll take a look, as we said, in Section 8, 3A going on right now. Our last update and halftime, Fergus Falls leads Roseau by a score of 14-0. That's kind of no surprise there. Excuse me, sorry about that. And another update, we do not have a score update. East Grand Forks, Thief River Falls, they're just about kicking off right now. up north in East Grand Forks.
And that Fergus Falls game is important because the winner of this game plays presumably the Otters in Fergus Falls as the 2 seed.
That will be at Saturday at either 2 or 6 p.m. So those are scores in 8-3A.
If I may, I'd like to make a pitch to play that game at 2 p.m. For everybody's sake.
I'm on board for that. It's on a Saturday at 2 o'clock. I always thought that's how it should be. That Saturday you always expect is that 2 o'clock game.
And there's a lot of 7 o'clock games too. That was one of my favorite days as a print guy, because I could go somewhere like Ullin and cover a 9-man game at 2 o'clock, or they even had 1 o'clocks and noons in Monoman. I like those early day games. It's great for photos, and it's great for everyone who's got to drive a long way. And, we don't always have to be under the lights, according to me.
But the good thing is now you don't have to worry about those multiple drives in a day.
That's true. That was a fun day, though. Like watching multiple playoff games.
And indeed. But as we look down the road in 2A, Holly leads Frazee at the half 21-0. Staples Motley trails Wadena Deer Creek down in Staples 14-6. That one, the Wolverines looking for a big playoff win there. If they win, they will play Ozakas, which is a tough draw if you win that game. As Ozakas, this Perham team played Ozakas to an exciting contest. So it's an exciting one here as the Yellowjackets lead this one 7-0 at the break. We'll take a quick timeout right here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses, so it's just really inspirational for me.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Magnitude Sports would like to thank our broadcast team and partners for making this broadcast possible. Visit the homepage at msportsnet.com and click on our sponsor's logo to learn more about the products and services they can provide for you.
Magnitude Sports wishes to thank the team and broadcast boosters for the continued support of their favorite sports teams. Please patronize the businesses shown here when you have the opportunity to do so.
Well, welcome back here at the half. Again, it continues to roll on. The Yellowjackets lead 7-0 over Park Rapids area in the first round of the Section 8 3A playoffs. Winner will probably face, most likely, Fergus Falls. They lead 14-0 on Roseau. That's at the half there in Fergus Falls. But you look at this section, 2 through 6 for the most part, we kind of said, have all played with each other and beat each other up throughout the year. DGF is kind of Their lone loss is to Detroit
4A,
Lakes,
yeah.
a 4A school who Perham was able to beat. And it'll be interesting to see what happens in that second round when DGF takes on either East Grand Forks or Thief River Falls. They both played DGF really tight early in the year. Most of the games you look at on the scores for DGF were tight except for one game.
Well, and I mean, you didn't really know what was going to happen every Friday night. There was multiple finals that were surprising to see Saturday morning. And in this game, I think if you're the head coach of either team, you got to feel pretty good. Perham, you haven't given up any points. Nothing to complain about there, really. You're going to get your points with Hackle at quarterback, and if you're Park Rapids and Coach Nordic, you know, we're right in this game, fellas. Like, this is what we've been playing for, and we've got 2 quarters to get it handled. It'll be really interesting how it plays out.
Yeah, the Panthers will get the football to start the second half. Played a very good first half, minus that one drive where Colton Hackle used a lot of good blocking, some nice nifty footwork as well to get that touchdown. But for the most part, you got to be happy with that defensive effort from Park Rapids area.
Well, and their defense has been good. We've talked about that on multiple broadcasts where, you know, they didn't win this particular football game, but, you know, the highlight of the game for that team was how their defense played. And I think which way you're going on the field seems to matter tonight. The only score we've seen is in the right to left end zone. And I think that's the way Park Rapids will be going in the third, so take advantage of it while you can.
We'll take one more timeout, come back, and we'll have the second half for you right here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in long weekend sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Magnitude Sports would like to thank our broadcast team and partners for making this broadcast possible. Visit the homepage at msportsnet.com and click on our sponsor's logo to learn more about the products and services they can provide for you.
Magnitude Sports wishes to thank the team and broadcast boosters for the continued support of their favorite sports teams. Please patronize the businesses shown here when you have the opportunity to do so.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
Welcome back here to the Ted Minover Field, the Yellowjackets and the Park Rapids area Panthers getting ready to kick off for the third quarter here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We thank you for tuning in. Lone scoring in the first half was a 6-yard touchdown run by Colton Hackle.
Put the chicken out of your mind, Jason. You can get some after the game.
The Yellowjackets will kick off to start the second half.
This will be interesting. This first Park Rapids drive here, they could really, really put a stink on this game if they could get in the end zone.
As the Yellowjackets going over last second instructions with special teams coach Dirk Heising. The Yellowjackets getting ready to kick it away. Back deep is Logan Jackson and Caleb Stearns. Stearns, we've seen,
he's dangerous.
Had that nice big kick return against Detroit Lakes. That set up a second quarter or a second half score in that one. Gave them a momentary lead against the Lakers at that time, if memory serves me correctly. Hackle will kick it away. Line drive boot. Caught by the up back Burton. Drives forward across the 45 to about the 43. And that's where the Panthers will set up shop.
Good field position. Nice job by the up back to just get up the field. I mean, don't mess around. Get the yardage you can get.
Hey, you see a lot of times, sometimes those up backs will kind of try to get shifty. And that's where they run into trouble.
Yep. No, that was a great play. Just get in the middle of the field and get what we can get.
So the Panthers want 1st and 10, first possession of the second half. Looking to get on the scoreboard, trailing 7-0. Michelson splits wide right, left side. Here is Logan Jackson. He's been a popular target of Morris. Low snap. Morris
trouble.
Still scoops it up. Has now some time. Now the pressure comes, and he gets swung down and thrown down on the play by Gordy Martinez. Gordy Edgar Martinez. There's a play that already spelled doom.
We're not cheering for either team here, but on a play like that, on the inside of me, I'm screaming like, throw it away, just throw it away. Tough loss there to start the second half.
For a moment, Morris thought he had enough time to set and fire, but on that one he didn't, and he ends up losing about 20. Official scoreboard says 2nd and 27. Not too many teams have a play drawn up for that.
Unless it's a minute to go on your Perham.
That is true. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. They shift Hill in the backfield. Now a flag, delay of game. Back him up 5 more. That's be 2nd and 32. Not what head coach Jeremy Nordick drew up at halftime.
No, this is exactly what you don't want to happen.
Now if you're Perham, you can't afford to take one of those defensive penalties, a defensive hold or a face mask or a pass interference. There's Morris fires over the middle. It's intercepted. Ben Szymanski with the interception and a late flag. As Szymanski gets the interception, we'll see what the flag is for.
He's made some plays on the line, and now they're big play in the second level.
I'll wait for the official indication. Personal foul. It's on Park Rapids.
That's 4 strikes. You got a huge sack, a penalty, a pick, and now you're going to give him 15 yards with a personal foul flag. I mean, couldn't have dialed up how to give the game away any faster than that.
And the Yellowjackets will have excellent field position at the 17-yard line. Best field position of the night for the Yellowjackets. The Yellowjackets quick to the line. Hackle in the gun. Gets a snap, looks left, fires left, too strong. That time looking for Alex O.
Intended for Josh Peterson. Noah Morris on the coverage, 2nd down.
Perham can take a lot of drama out of the game here. Just 25 yards up the field, put it in the end zone, you're up 2 scores, and any momentum Park Rapids had just fizzled in that last drive.
Yellowjackets break the huddle momentarily, now come back. I was just going to say, I was thinking about that play against Pequot Lakes where they had Hudson Hackle leading Levi Richter on a nice run to the right side, but now they're going to go gun. Thompson to the right, Hudson Hackle left, they switch. Colton Hackle high snap, hands off. Wow. No, he keeps it himself. Drives forward, nothing doing though. Dangerous. Pulled it all at the last second on the read. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, it'll be 3rd and 10.
He made the right call because that back he had a Park Rapids guy on him already. And this is a huge chance for Park Rapids defense here to make a stand, keep your team in the game.
If you're Perham, you're probably thinking 4 or 5 yards you want to gain here, maybe 6, make it manageable for 4th down. I don't think you're going to try to kick a field goal tonight.
Maybe if you were on the
far side of the field.
Right hash or the other side of the field, but no.
I formation this time. They send the man in motion to the Yellowjackets. Hand off, Thompson. Cuts outside, Park Rapids drew that play out and wrapped him up for the loss.
That was good pursuit by Park Rapids, too. They were looking to jam it in the middle, and that was a nice choice to run it outside. And Park Rapids got out there and stopped them.
It'll be 4th and 9. Big momentum play here coming up for both teams.
Yeah, you can erase all that bad stuff that happened on offense by making a stop here.
4th and 9. 9:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Richter goes wide left. Peterson on the near side. Hackle steps up, fires the pass, has a man open, too strong. Too strong for Peterson. Turnover on downs. No flags on the play. They'll give it to Park Rapids area.
Yeah, give credit to that defense. They really were backs against the wall there. Perham had an opportunity to really take command in this game, and they basically said no dice.
Nice route ran by Peterson. Pass too strong to the far side. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They'll start at their own 15-yard line. Panthers go 2 left, 2 to the right side, trailing 7-0. Hill alone back. Looks like a different quarterback the time it was. On the direct snap, driving forward. That was actually Logan Jackson on the carry. Picks up 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
There's Morris.
Morris coming back in. They went with a different look there.
Pull out all the stops here. This is your last half of football for somebody.
Trips left, 1 right. Hill to the right side. Early movement on the near side. Did not get called. The Yellowjacket bench picked it up, but the defense did a nice job of playing through it and making the stop on the play and bringing it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Not a lot of room for Morris to go anywhere on that play.
And it'll be 3rd down and 10.
2-yard loss in the play. It brings up a 3rd down, 9.
And a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 9. Trips left, 1 receiver to the right side. Yellowjackets come off the edge with Rock. Morris near side, pass complete. Cutting upfield is Logan Jackson, but he gets tackled on the play. On the nice side, near side, I believe it's Colton Hackle on the tackle. Jermolis as well was over there. And it'll be 4th and about 5.
They've run that pass for success a couple times going this way, right to left. Maybe more of a 1st down play, though. Now we got, who knows what this guy's going to do punting. Michelson's really had a nice kicking night tonight.
Michelson gets that kick off, another good kick. Richter lets it hop, scoops it up on the hop at the 33. Cuts up at the 40, the 45, goes out of bounds. No, he stays in. Oh. Nice job, but gets hit hard. Right at midfield, coming strong with the hit was Ethan Eichens.
That's a lot of momentum behind that guy. That was a fun play to watch.
Richard might have thought about maybe taking that extra step out of bounds that I initially thought he had.
Hey, kudos to him for getting after it. This is playoff football. You're out there to win the game. Make a big hit. Never know what can happen.
Ethan Eichens, like you said, a lot of momentum with speed.
Yeah.
Played the big hit on Richter.
They were going the way Eichens was going, that's for sure.
1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at midfield. Richter in motion. Snaps on the ground. Park Rapids says they have it. And they do.
First turnover for them.
Tristan Hill on the fumble recovery.
That guy's going to make a play on either one side of the ball or both.
I'll see what.
That's a big momentum change there.
Ends up your punt. And you get good field position after a punt, which is not something that happens. And if you're the Yellowjackets, you don't really want to have happen there. But now we'll see if Park Rapids can capitalize on the turnover. Handoff. May plows forward. He drives forward across the 50 to about the 47.
Just been waiting for the Panthers. It seems like we've done this on a couple of their games this year too, where like they're so close, and this is their opportunity.
Panthers are quick to the line. May again, the first guy through, but the Yellowjacket defense just sniffed that one out. And it'll be third down, excuse me.
1 yard pickup. 3rd down, 6.
Third, and we'll call on 6 for the Panthers. So they break the huddle. Michelson, split right, eye formation for the backs. A split eye. Morris fakes the handoff, rolls out. Trying to fire away, and he does, as bringing good pursuit there is Carter Kozowski. Morrison have a chance to plant his feet and look for a receiver downfield. Kozowski was on him from the word go.
I would assume they're going to kick here.
I think they're going to actually, they're having a long discussion. I think they might go for it, actually. Nope, now the personnel changes makes me think they're going to punt, but I wouldn't be surprised. They might have to take a timeout, or they may be content to let the clock run down. They're going to go for it. As I saw Michelson, the punter, split wide right, 2 receivers left. They're going to have to hurry. The hand is up for the official to get the snap off. They roll right. Morris again, fires, pass, incomplete. Looking for Michelson, but Austin Odinson did a good job, read that well. Stepped in front of the pass. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets.
I don't know, I just think the way they've been kicking the ball, not that you're trying to play for the punt, but I mean, they've really been able to bury Perham deep.
Out.
Against the wind, you might get a turnover, it gives you a chance, and here you gave Perham the ball at the midfield stripe.
I was going to just say, in that field position battle, you could still play it in a 7-0 game. And you said Michelson had some good kicks tonight.
Yeah, no, it could be critical. Like if you bury him at the 5 and they force 3 turnovers, you get another one, you get the ball deep.
And Michelson's already had one of those inside the 5 punts earlier tonight, going the same direction. Hackle the gun. He's going to go left side with it, away from the pressure. Michelson is able to wrap him up top. But Hackle crosses midfield to the 49. That'll be 2nd and about 6. Lucas Kritzik on the tackle. That's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Yellowjackets on a drive that could be a put-away drive in the 3rd quarter with 5:15 to go.
The wind's kind of swirling a little bit and changing direction too. One minute it's chicken, the next minute it's not chicken.
3 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Hackle's going to keep it to the right side. Gets a couple of blocks, now gets the corner up to the 40. Out of bounds at about the 37. Colton Hackle with the first down run.
I think he might be at the point of the game where, you know what, let's let our best player, that's how we got on the board. Let's see if we can just run him up the gut. take the hope a little bit out of the game for Park Rapids because they're one play away from tying this game.
Trips right for the most part. It's been a Hackle run when the receivers have been stacked to the right side. Hackle will go left side though, now cut up the middle. Gets to about the 35 to the 34 and make it to 33 on the run. And it'll be second and about 5. Nice job there. That time I was just saying he's been following right side whenever the receiver's stacked right. He went left and cut back right.
Yeah, we've seen him take over games, and that's what it smells like right now. Except for you, it doesn't smell like that.
Hackle under center with the back to the eye. So send a man in motion home to the near side. Handoff. It's Noah Thompson left side. Cuts upfield, but coming up, Michelson read that well from the safety position. Come up and wraps up Thompson at the 30. It's going to be third and about 3. Ball right at the 30-yard line. In the middle of the field. Field has done a really nice job coming through this season. A big rainstorm on Wednesday, but field held up well. Hackle rolls left. He's got plenty of room to run. Now cuts to the outside at the 20. Lowers his shoulder and gets hit out of bounds. And a late flag. And that is going to be against Park Rapids for the hit out of bounds. Is my early call. And it is. So it'll be first down for the Yellowjackets. Add that onto the run. It'll be half the distance to the goal penalty. So it'll be first and goal for the Yellowjackets. The ball will be spotted at about we'll call it the 8-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right side. Hackle under center. Hackle's going to sneak it ahead, just push the pile forward to about the 5-yard line.
The old sneak plus play. They seem to get 5 off that every time they run it.
That'll be second and goal. Braylon Rock and Austin Onitson come into the huddle. See what the Yellowjackets elect to do here. Rock the deep back. It's gun formation. Hackle's going to keep it himself. Cut out the field. Drive forward. Yellowjackets say he got in. The officials say he's just shy. It'll be third and goal. Third and goal from about the 1 for the Yellowjackets.
That's nothing but good old-fashioned smash mouth football here.
Yellowjackets in the huddle. High formation. Hackle under center. Hands it off. Hudson Hackle is into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Yellowjackets extend the lead on a 1-yard touchdown run. With 1:57 to go in the third quarter.
A lot of work done by your star player, and I think when we look back at the game, that 4th down call where you could have punted Perham deep and you didn't, and it just turned into 7 quick points, might be the part of the game that really where this changed.
Yellowjackets will go for 2. Hackle fires the pass. It's incomplete. So the Yellowjackets will lead 13-0 with 1:57 to go in the third quarter. On the Magnitude Sports Media Network, we'll take a quick timeout. The Yellowjackets up by 13.
I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
Well, welcome back here. The Yellowjackets take a 13-0 lead off the 1-yard touchdown punt by Hudson Hackle to cap off a drive of just about 52 yards. We talked about it a little bit. The decision to go for it on 4th down instead of punting it kind of comes back.
Definitely got bit, I believe, by that when you had a chance to keep it 7-0 and get the ball back. Now you're down 2 scores.
I will see special teams. How big of a role it'll play. Takes a hop near side. Stearns scoops it up. He's dangerous with the football. Stearns puts it on the ground. And it will be Perham football. Austin Onitson recovers the fumble.
If you're Park Rapids, it's kind of like what rains when it pours. Like, remember that first drive they had 4 straight plays that went backwards. 4th down that you really need. You don't get it. Now you're down 2 scores. That guy, obviously, you're trying to make a play there, and it comes back to bite you.
It's going to be interesting to look at on a replay later, see how close he was or when that ball popped out. But anyways, it's going to be Perham football at the 20-yard line.
He might have been able to let that kick go out of bounds, too.
Handoff, Braylon Rock straight ahead. Gets across the 20 down to about the 16. It'll be 2nd and 6. As the Yellowjackets lead 13-0 with 1:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Really looking to put this one away and prove Massey ratings correct. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right side.
Yeah, the way their defense is playing, I think 3 scores is going to hold up for them.
Hackle spins left side, keeps back up the middle. Tries forward, just shy of the 10 to about the 11. That's going to be 3rd and very short.
3rd down 1 for
As the Yellowjackets looking to stamp their name into the semifinals, and perhaps it ain't with Fergus Falls.
Which would be a revenge game for them. We watched them lose that game here. Fergus came up and kind of just controlled the game. Got out of here with a 2-score win.
3 scores in that game. None of them were inside the red zone. Handoff, Rock, right side. Trying to drag a couple of defenders forward, but the Park Rapids line pushes back, but it's going to be enough for a Yellowjacket 1st down. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Yellowjackets. With 28 seconds to go, the Yellowjackets can elect to run the play or run it down, and they're going to run it down by the look on the sideline. As we're going to have the 4th quarter coming up. The Yellowjackets will take a 13-0 lead into the 4th quarter, facing 1st and goal in the Section 8 3A quarterfinals. We'll take a timeout here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Don't go live.
Welcome back. It's fourth quarter action. First and goal for the Yellowjackets. They lead 13-0, looking for perhaps the game clinching score. Ball inside the 10 at the 9. Hackle the fire. Pass near side. In and over the diving hands on the near side for Peterson. Peterson wide open. Tough throw, but unable to come up with this Peterson. It'll be second and goal. So the Yellowjackets lead 13-0 on the United Community Bank scoreboard. We thank you for tuning in today on the Magnitude Sports Network. We will have volleyball action tomorrow night. Perham takes on Fergus Falls. Volleyball action at 7 o'clock from the Hive. I'll have the call of that one. Rock, handoff left side, gets wrapped up. The hole is there for a second. But Park Rapids swarmed in quickly, and it's going to be third and goal.
And they're definitely going for the ball, too, on that tackle. They know someone's got to make a play for them to get back in this ball game.
Third and goal for the Yellowjackets. Chance for the dagger here for the Yellowjackets. One receiver left, one goes to the right. I formation for the backs. Hackle drops, rolls right, looking to the corner. Trying to race to the corner, swipes through it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colton Hackle. He did a nice job knifing through a pair of Park Rapids defenders into the end zone for the score on a 4-yard touchdown run, excuse me, for Colton Hackle.
It looked like it was longer than that. But that's just a classic play by your senior quarterback. Get to the pylon, get in the end zone, and let's start putting these guys away.
Now the extra points from Hackle. Josh Peterson the hold. The kick is up on its way. It's good. And the Yellowjackets lead 20-0. We'll take a quick timeout on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Well, welcome back. The Yellowjackets extend the lead. A 4-yard touchdown run by Colton Hackle.
Credit Perham taking advantage of opportunities they've been given and putting points up on the board.
Park Rapids defense starting to kind of wear down a little bit against these rushing attack of the Yellowjackets here tonight.
I remember the first time these two played too. It was kind of back and forth till halftime, and Perham slowly took over in the second half, and they've certainly done that here.
As a kickoff will be coming up here for the Yellowjackets, and it falls off the tee. Strong wind continuing to blow as the game continues to roll on. Now they'll have Hudson Hackle come in to hold it. Which gets the Bronx cheer from the Yellowjacket fans. World Series action tonight. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. As Hackle, the low liner, it's going to have to be picked up, goes through another guy's hands. Now picking up and getting a little boost was Josiah May. His returner just decided, I'm going to push you forward and see how that would help him out.
Not a lot has gone right for Park Rapids here in the second half.
They trail this one 20-0. The first game between these two teams was 28-7, if I remember correctly.
First and 10, Dr. Backwards from your own.
Getting my notes I normally would have out here tonight, but they all got thrown in the wind, so a handoff will go straight ahead. This is Josiah May. They'll give him about 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8.
Szymanski on the tackle. 2-yard pickup, second down, 8.
Clock continuing to wind, 10:40 to go. Fourth quarter, Yellow Jackets close to setting their sights on Fergus Falls. Assuming that score is still the way of the Otters.
I have a feeling that score is going to be that way a little more for the Otters by now.
I'll look that one up later. As one receiver goes left, one to the right side. Morris in the gun. Fakes a handoff, now drops, looking to run play action. Yellow Jackets swarm quickly. Gordy Enyart, along with Gage Jamolis. Excuse me, that was Jacob Daniels in on that sack.
14-0 half last time, last report that I saw. Same score as our first one.
Will be
Fergus Falls.
3rd and 17.
We've seen Park Rapids go backwards a lot more than forwards in the second half, and you know, some of that's penalties, but a lot of that is the Perham defensive line, which has been a strength all year, just, you know, taking over the game.
They're playing, you couple that with the strong play of Ramos and Szymanski in the linebacker spot. They've done a real nice job in stifling this Park Rapids offense. Morris, no room to go. Szymanski there, and he wraps him up for the sack. And it'll be 4th and a mile. Ray Saylor will have a busy night with the defensive stats for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
And it is 4th and long. They've got to get to the 37 for a first down, and they're inside their own 10.
I know they're going to punt. Richter will be back at his own 45. High snap, Michelson pulls it down, gets the kickoff.
Oh,
Yellow Jackets got a piece of it. And it'll come out of bounds near side. At about the 25-yard line, it'll be great field position for the Yellow Jackets. This game just slipping away.
Yeah, it's a funny game. We go from, you know, 7-0 first half to, you know, flirting with running time in the fourth quarter.
Oh, we kind of touched about it. The first team that was going to make that first type of mistake, and it just happened to snowball on Park Rapids since they had kind of those early mistakes.
And right out of the second half, like, they had the ball down 7. We got a good field position, chance to score, and it just blew up on them.
They had that horrible start of the first drive, got the stop, got the turnover, and then turned it right back. Rock gets the handoff right side, cuts it upfield, now cuts back near side. Still working, still driving forward is Braylon Rock. He picks up a first down for the Yellow Jackets.
And what you're seeing here, too, is that Park Rapids defense has really had to work a lot to keep the Panthers in the game. And now when things start going awry, you know, you can only go to the well so many times. And with Hackle, they're going to convert sooner or later. Perham's almost 4 scores up.
And the Yellow Jackets, this is the type of offense that Aaron Velde wants to run, just grind out the opponents and wear on them and lean on them, and that's what they're doing right now. One receiver right, one left side. Hackle looks over, taking his time to the line. Hackle, handoff Rock, left side, lowers his shoulder, inside the end zone. He dives in, touchdown Yellow Jackets. Braylon Rock with a 13-yard touchdown run, and the Yellow Jackets extend the lead.
I think you can punch your ticket to the semifinals. That was the kind of run that does that kind of thing for you, you know? Like, there's really no way Park Rapids is going to score 4 times in this game. Will they score once? But that was a real mean run to the end zone there. Let's put this thing away.
Now the extra point forthcoming for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to go for 2. Hackle under center. He's going to sneak ahead left side, gets in. And the 2-point conversion is good for Colton Hackle on the run.
I don't know if I've ever seen such a consistent and successful quarterback sneak as we have in this game from Hackle. Like, whatever's going on in the middle of the line, it's all Perham.
The Yellow Jackets extend the lead to 28-0. Colton Hackle has 2 rushing touchdowns. Hudson Hackle has one of his own. And Braylon Rock has one as well. And the Yellow Jackets lead this one 28-0 with 8 minutes to go on the United Community Bank scoreboard. Yellow Jackets ready to take on the Fergus Falls Otters. They're able to close this one out, which it appears to be the case, the way they're playing. And it's just one of those things we talked about with this Park Rapids team. They have some talent. They just haven't been able to put together a full game and be able to just get over that hump and learn how to win. They're kind of accustomed to being in this spot. And it's tough to overcome that.
They can build on it. They can look at that. We were in this game in the first half, and things didn't go our way in the second half and got away from us.
Tough return here. Jackson unable to field it, now picks it up. Yellow Jacket special teams strong again tonight.
But the point now is the wheels are off. You know, like nothing's going right for them.
And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. As the Yellow Jackets get the stop, it'll be 1st and 10 at the about the 15-yard line with 7:53 to go. Morris, handoff, Hill, nothing doing. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Gordy Inyart Martinez is the first one there. He had some help as well. Well, semifinal Saturday is shaping up to be a good one for some area teams. Perham, Fergus Falls could be one that a lot of people will circle. You mentioned Detroit Lakes for Corey could be a unique one down the road.
Well, I heard there are a lot of DL players they're looking forward to that game, and I don't know. It's been a tough place to play for Laker. They won there a couple of years ago, open a season, but it's been a tough place to play for DL.
Keeping it that time is Logan Jackson off the snap. On the direct snap, doesn't get much. Maybe about a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm kind of interested in keeping an eye on that East Grand Thief River game tonight just to see who plays DGF. I mean, I'm not sure either one of those teams are going to go and win at Glendon, but that's a pretty tight matchup.
It's always unique scenario and setting going for a visiting team in Glendon. I mean,
the sunsets are great.
It is, but I mean, it's outstanding home field advantage for the Rebels.
Yeah, I don't know what it is there.
Morris will keep it around the edge. Now run out of bounds near side. Bring up 4th down. I mean, there's just something about it. It's one of those feelings you have. It's always full of a lot of energy. PA announcer who always loud into it.
Yep.
Keeps his fans into it. Music loud, speakers loud, wind always unique.
The noise kind of funnels down from that stands, and man, when it's against you, you can feel it.
And I know the Yellow Jackets have not had a lot of luck there. If they were to face Glendon, it would be in the Fargo Dome, where they've had some luck against the DGF Rebels.
Yeah, I think it's a big difference playing on the turf than it is 6 miles away in Glendon.
A lot of people might remember Colton Hackle hitting Noah Rooney from the section championship. Morris fires that pass. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there. Jackson Lawton with the reception. It'll be 1st down.
The wind has dimmed a couple miles per hour. It's certainly not nice out there, but I mean, I think they're able to do a little more now just as the breeze is not so stiff.
And that was one of those games. That section championship game, I believe, was a game where DGF held the clock, controlled the clock for most of the game, but the Yellow Jackets were able to come with that big catch by Noah Rooney in the end zone. Morris will fire the pass near side, incomplete. Trying to make the interception there that time.
There's definitely a wind showcase there. The intended receiver was 7 yards past the ball, and it wasn't because it was underthrown. It's the ball just got held up by the wind.
That'll be 2nd down. Two receivers left to the right side in the gun. Quick pass, far side, incomplete. And out of the hands of Logan Jackson. It'll be third down. 6:03 to go, fourth quarter. Yellowjackets lead 28-0. Taking a look again at the area scoreboard. Holly is all over Frazee 36-0. That's in 2A action. 3A football action. Continue to scroll through the scores. Aiken leads Pequot Lakes. That's 24-0. And over in Section 7, Fergus Falls, Roseau 14-0. Still last update. Still nothing on the East Grand and Thief River game. Rolling out near side. Morris fires a pass too strong. Looking for Josiah May, and it's going to be fourth down. And it'll be fourth down again. Oh! One of the defensive coordinators for the Yellowjackets just took a football to the noggin.
I don't think I got that on.
You might have missed it.
Probably
better. It might have been the scoreboard. It was trying to throw it into the official, and it billed him right in the side of the head. More like a duck, so fortunately he's okay. That'll be fourth down. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right side. Morris fires a pass. It's low. It's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Yellowjackets will just try to run this clock down as much as they can with 5:53 to go, leading 28-0.
Interested to see if coach is going to put his starters away and let them rest up.
I think we're starting to see some of that. Colton Ankle has the backup red shirt on. He's out. A lot of those clean jerseys coming in. Blaze Schmidt will come and get the solid quarterback.
This is how you build for next year. You get those guys on the field in a playoff game. The expectations are the same. Get out there and move the ball.
Oh, exactly. I was just going to say that's perfect opportunity for Schmidt to get some live game action. Colton Hackle is senior. Send a man in motion, but we're going to have a flag delaying game on the Yellowjackets. Blaze Schmidt again, he's a sophomore. Last week the Yellowjackets played 4 quarterbacks. Actually, I believe it was 5 now that I think about it. In that fourth quarter. And Blaze Schmidt will line up under center. Send a man in motion near side, that's Hand off Rock, drives forward, has got some room, plows forward, gets a penalty yards back, and then some. That'll be second down.
Park Rapids still bringing the house right up the gut. Good job by this backup offense.
And barely Rock coming off a little bit gingerly. Hopefully it's all right. He'll get checked out here on the near side.
I think he might have just got cleated.
Schmidt under center. Snap is on the ground. The ball is sorting around, still fighting. Park Rapids says they have it for a moment. We're waiting for the official call. It's Park Rapids football.
That gives coach something to yell about. Got a good win, but we still got stuff to work on.
And if you're the Park Rapids defense, you've forced some turnovers tonight, and they've done a nice job. That's 4, as you said. And they've done a nice job, but just unable to capitalize on those turnovers. Otherwise, it's a whole different football game.
And a lot of the credit goes to the up front guys here for the Jackets.
Great effort by the Yellowjacket defense. And there's another. Oh, they're doing a battle for that one. That's finally recovered. Grabbing that one is Logan Jackson on the fumbled exchange.
We've reached the point of the game where the final is rest assured, and now it's just a matter of, this is where you coach winning football. Get back out there, run the play, run it right, let's see what we can do. Just because the game's in hand doesn't mean it's over.
Right. A lot of lessons, coaching lessons being made here.
Park Rapids too, get as many guys out there on the field. They need as much experience here in the posting as they can get.
Under 5 to go. And we got a timeout called by Park Rapids. We'll take it with them on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Perham.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
I'd like to thank again all our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Also thank both these schools for helping with their coverage tonight. Both coaches, Aaron Velde and Jeremy Nordick, have been great to deal with throughout the year when it comes to getting stats and information on these programs. It's been great. They've been great to work with. We thank them for all their access to their team as it's third down coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, that is really appreciated. It isn't just a windy thing to say. When they care, it makes it easier for you to care.
Rolling out is now Matt Johanning. He's going to run with it. He's going to get close to the first down, spin forward. Nice effort by Johanning. And I think he's got it, depending on the spots. I think you just give it to him anyway. And they're going to move the chains first and 10. Nice job by Johanning. He got to the outside, good effort. Noah Morris, he battled tonight, the sophomore quarterback. Johanning is a sophomore as well.
He just went over and got the play himself, too.
Run
all the way over there.
Run about 20 yards here near sideline, go across the field and come back, get the play. One of the great things you'll see in high school football is that right there. One receiver left, one to the right side. Johanning is under center. Pitch out far side. Getting the carry that time is Jaden Whalen. The 8th grader drives forward. See this Wallen as he drives forward inside the 50 to about the 46. That'll be second down.
And that doesn't seem like much of a play, but to an 8th grader who gets the ball in the playoffs, that's a big deal. That's what keeps him coming back next year. Good job by Coach Nordick. You got to get somebody with a touch here. Might as well be some young pups.
Johanning, handoff, first guy, nice cut, driving forward, losing the football, but he was down. Carry that time was Eli Burton. The sophomore gets the first down, moves the chains.
I'm guessing there might be some cold fingertips out there. A lot of balls on the ground tonight.
That one was quick whistled right away in that one. That was we don't really need to battle through another scrum to determine a fumble recovery. Officials, I thought, have done a nice job tonight as well. Thank them as they hand off. Johanning keeps it himself, goes around the edge to the left side to about the 36-yard line. Park Rapids with 2:25 and counting, looking to get some points on the board. The final score is pretty much all we're waiting for. And some good playing time for some youngsters in this one.
And the pressure on the Perham backup defense to keep that goose egg on the board. That exists on the sideline.
Oh, you can see it as the handoff goes straight ahead. As Wallen gets the carry inside 35 to the 34.
And even just mentally, that's what you want to show your upcoming opponent. We got through the first round, put a goose egg up on that team.
Especially when it's a team that got 2 big plays against you that turned into touchdowns. That Perham defense in that game did a great job inside the red zone against Fergus Falls, but it was just 2 big plays outside the red zone that Fergus Falls was able to capitalize on. Nice run here near side, driving forward was Wallen again as he continues to drive forward. The 8th grader gets it to the red zone.
That'll be 90 seconds.
It'll be 1st and 10. We'll have a quick post-game show as we try to warm up. A strong wind blowing straight into the press box all night.
As you head straight for the chicken.
Pitch out, Wallen. And he gets swarmed under right away and brought down at the 20. Grant Weiser in on the tackle for the Yellowjackets.
That was one of your gustier gusts of the night. It's still a little windy out here.
If we had the camera on Bob there, it would have been unique to see. Rolling out right side, Joe Henning. Joe Henning lowers his shoulder and gets hit hard. And it will be 3rd down for the Panthers with 30 seconds to go. In this one, Yellowjackets lead 28-0. They get ready to move on to the Section 8 3A playoffs. .15 fourth quarter for the Yellowjackets. Put the game away. Pitch out, Wallen. Over his shoulder and gets hit hard. And that will be the final play of the football game, unless Park Rapids calls a timeout, which they're not going to do, and that'll be it. The Perham Yellowjackets pick up a 28-0 victory over the Park Rapids Panthers. The Yellowjackets will move on in the Section 8 3A playoffs with a 28-0 shutout victory over Park Rapids. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here from the 10 Mine Field on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in long weekend sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
Well, welcome back here live at the 10 Mine Field. Jason Golds and Bob Williams as we get ready to wrap things up. The Yellowjackets with a 28-0 victory tonight over Park Rapids area. Will stamp their name into the Section 8 3A semifinals. They'll play, we're guessing, Fergus Falls on Saturday, either at 2 or 6 p.m. As the wind, as you can tell,
blows us
just
away.
blows the camera off the perch here. And we'll show our final score as you get a good look at the press box.
Enjoy the press box.
It's 28-0. Yellowjackets with a nice victory tonight over Park Rapids. Touchdowns tonight. Colton Hackle started off in the second quarter with a 6-yard run. Then it was Hudson Hackle with the 1-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion on the pass was no good. Yellowjackets in the fourth quarter, a pair of touchdowns. Colton Hackle, a 4-yard run. The kick was good, and then Braylon Rock with a 13-yard run, Colton Hackle the 2-point conversion, made it 28-0, and the Yellowjackets picked up the victory tonight over Park Rapids area. Congratulations, head coach Aaron Velde, his first career playoff win in his first season at the Yellowjackets, and a nice one for him as they pitched a shutout tonight against Park Rapids.
You know what? Solid year for them, too. They've had some ups and downs, but, I mean, they battled, and, you know, Perham's used to being in the semifinals and the section final, and it isn't easy to come in and take over a program and repeat that kind of success, and he's been able to do that, and good for him.
Yellowjackets with the victory improved to 6-3 on the season. 1-8 goes Park Rapids to wrap up the year. Jeremy Nordic team, they battled hard. You got to give them credit. And the head coaching staff, Park Rapids, they battled throughout the year. Just couldn't quite get over that hump when they needed.
Yep, Perham did what they had to do tonight and kind of rode it out a little bit, and then were able to, you know, take advantage of opportunities they were given. And for Park Rapids, you know, it's kind of like just another year with one win on the record, which isn't great, but, you know, takes a while to build those things, and you got to get 2 wins, you got to get 3 wins, and, you know, just get out there and keep trying.
But you saw some things, I think, from this Park Rapids team that in the past years, a lot of these games, it shows 28-0, but this one was not over until early fourth quarter, where in past years it was over at halftime, and it wouldn't even be close. And Park Rapids and that coaching staff continue to make strides. Hats off to them. Thank them again for all the stuff that they've helped to provided us this year. Yellowjackets earned a 28-0 victory. We thank you for tuning in to the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Tomorrow night we'll have volleyball action. The Perham Yellowjackets begin Section 8 2A playoffs. They take on Fergus Falls tomorrow night live at the Hive. 7 o'clock is the first serve. And we thank you for tuning in tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.